We are live. There we go. We got it. Jim Bertram is in the house. How you doing? Oh my gosh. Everybody is hopefully doing well. Is the beer cold in the new fridge? WCRV Adventures says. And does Karen have ice? I have not made my drink. So do we have a glass that I can make my drink? We do have and we're going to be giving the first people here a shot of the new fridge, and then we're going to take a little field trip, walk on over to where we are. But we are in our Endeavor Central at the moment, and hopefully, yeah.
Show the fridge while I get some ice.
Are you gonna make my drink for me? Well, all right.
You told me what you wanted.
All right.
So I'm making what I think you wanted.
All right. So Miss Karen is gonna do the
honors.
The honors. Ice. Yes. Oh, there we go. Is that not a beautiful sound or what?
Lots of ice.
Lots of ice. Oh my gosh. So we are sticking out about an inch further than I had planned. And only these things can happen when you actually get a fridge and get it in there. But we went through hell trying to get this fridge here and done. We did take off the handles on the outside, and I'm going to put some finger poles down here. But I wanted to leave a nice walkway and get that in. But look how much room we got, guys. Oh my gosh, just see. And we just filled up.
You get it?
Can you get? Yeah, I think they can get a shot. Oh my gosh. So nice having a regular fridge. And all right. Tom and Lori are here.
Hi, Tom, Lori.
Tom says a hammer will fix that. I tried.
In your world?
I tried. We were beating on that thing for half an hour. It wouldn't go any further in. So, all right, we're going to take a field trip. But yes, the new fridge is in, and oh my gosh, I'll tell you what a pain getting this here. This woman right here is a saint because I put her through hell for the last week, and I know she loves me because she didn't leave. She's still here.
I survived the misadventure.
Yeah. Okay, and I got some stuff popping up on screen. All right, we're going to take a field trip outside. We are at Sundance Meadows in Bend, Oregon. I have to carry. I've got my drink. Miss Karen, fix it. Look at this. Look at this. Is that service or what? Yes. And we're going to try not to kill the AT&T while we're walking over here. Hopefully, we will keep. If we lose connection, trust that we will be back quickly as possible. You just may have to wait for the AT&T. Here is the park where we're at. It's not really a park. This is the ranch, and it's a 900-acre working cattle ranch. I don't know if you can see over that way. There's sprinklers going on the fields over there, and that's normally where the cows are. There's no cows here right now, so but we'll give you a shot as we're walking up, and let's see if we can get that turned. There we go. I think I was showing them the sky. And there's the trailer with the old fridge right there. And yeah, she's going bye-bye. And we are so glad to have that taken care of. But we have our place up here where we've got our background and we can stop and sit and visit with you guys. So hang on here for just a second. How's that for a view, guys? Hopefully you guys can see that okay. Oh, that's just what our week has been like. Oh my gosh. Oh, see if we can get, yeah, we got there is a lake here on the property. You can fish in here. And let's see here.
Oh, she's chilly.
It is a little chilly. We are wearing jackets and sweaters and sweatshirts. We obviously came up in June thinking it was going to be warmer here. It's not.
No.
It's not. So, but cheers, honey. Oh my gosh, what a week. What a week. Hopefully you guys, I'm going to take my glasses off so I can actually read and see what is going on there. You know what? I need to clean that camera off because there is pollen dust on everything. And we're going to be talking about the pollen dust. Believe me, it's been there. All right. Are we settled? We're settled. Oh, what a week. That's kind of the way that our week has gone. We have been just running all week long. And hopefully you guys are out there. Looks like Justin and Christina are out there. Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Marcy Webb is out there.
Taking our adventures.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Next Exit is out there. What kind of water filtration do you use on the ice maker? The fridge has one built in, and we haven't had to change that, but so we've got at least 2 filters before the water actually gets to the fridge. We've got one on the hose coming into the coach. There is another residential filtration on the inlet coming into the coach, so that's 2. And then there's one in the refrigerator itself, that's 3. By the time it gets to us, we'll just deal with whatever gets through. So
we're just happy.
And if you see, where's our, oh, we can't quite see them. There are some swans back over here. I was going to tell you, if anybody sees them move, let us know. They've been floating in this lake now for a few years and have never moved, so we're assuming that
they're not real.
They're not real. But the geese are. The Canadian geese have invaded.
And babies. There's babies everywhere.
Oh my gosh, yeah, there's goslings everywhere, and they're
so
pretty
cute.
cool. Except when they poop on everything.
Yeah,
yes.
They poop everywhere.
So, and Miss Karen has been cleaning the carpet of goose poop.
Walking in and out and tracking that stuff in.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Barbara is in the house.
Hi, Barbara.
Hi, Barbara.
Hi, Bob.
Bob and Barbara, we spent the couple weeks with them, and they came over for happy hour, and we totally corrupted them. So hopefully they're still doing their happy hours every night. And yeah.
She says Bob does not miss that pollen.
No, yeah, and I'm looking at it on the screen on the computer. If I'm having trouble reading, it's because there's so much pollen on everything. There's just a coat on everything. It's pollen season for the pines here in Central Oregon.
And when you're down in Sun River where there's pines, it's just a pine forest. You just get, it's like snow.
Yeah,
it's worse than snow.
Yeah, clouds and clouds of it. But oh, so where we left you last week, we ended up still trying to find. We're pretty much done with construction and trying to find a fridge. We did find a fridge, but let me tell you what we had to do to go through it.
Oh my God.
Oh, so watching the Craigslist ad, if you've been following us, you know we were looking for a used fridge. We really didn't want to put a used fridge in.
Not a new one.
Yeah, we didn't want to put a new one in because we're not sure if we're going to like this. We boondock a lot, and we wanted to make sure that we were going to be okay with boondocking with a residential fridge. And I have to tell you right now, I'm not willing to give it up. I almost do anything to keep it. So
Whatever it takes.
whatever it takes. But
Barbara, we bought ice cream.
we have got ice cream in the freezer.
And lots of frozen things.
We went just a couple hours before this live. We went down to the store to do grocery shopping because we have been trying to empty out the fridge. And oddly enough, our fridge was still kind of full by the time we had this switch. The freezer wasn't.
No, the freezer was pretty empty.
Yeah. Well, we put all that stuff into the refrigerator, and it's like all of this room, it's like heaven. So we went from 12 cubic feet up to 21 and a half cubic feet. So almost, not quite double, but that extra room is heaven sent. An ice maker has been kicking it out every 23 minutes, and you believe me, I've been timing it. All right.
Well, we heard stories that this type of fridge sometimes can take 24 hours before it'll kick out ice. Worst case, 48 hours before it kicks anything out. Once it gets rolling, it's fine, but within half hour, it was kicking out ice, and I'm like, oh, I love it.
Yep. So, but we saw it was a Thursday. We saw a Craigslist ad for a French door refrigerator up in Portland, which is about 3 hours away. He was actually in Washougal, Washington, which to get there you have to go across the Columbia River, and it was about a 4-hour drive getting there. And talking to the guy online.
Why we drove so far?
Oh.
Bend is not that big, and with all this virus going on, nobody is turning over old fridges, buying new fridges. Yeah. So there weren't any used fridges anywhere locally that we kept looking and couldn't find nothing. So this pops up, but it's a drive.
Right, but the price was right. This was a donated fridge for a nonprofit, and so that was the reason why it was so low. $200, normally a $2,000 fridge, and we thought, all right, normally I am a believer that there must be a catch. There must be. I did question him on the size, and one of the things we needed was a counter depth refrigerator, which is only about 23, 24 inches deep. And he said, oh yeah, it's counter depth. It's counter depth. Okay, that's exactly the fridge we're looking. We'll take it. We're headed that way. 4 hours later, we wind through the hills and mountains of Washougal. And it was a beautiful drive going up past Hood.
It was.
But we get there, and immediately I can see it. The fridge is sitting out front. It is a standard depth refrigerator.
Not counter depth.
Not counter depth. And it actually would have been sticking out about 10 inches further than the one that we've got. So, yeah, that wasn't going to work. Now we're committed to Portland. We decided to go ahead and get a hotel room, and we'll just see what we can find in Portland.
One pause. Bruce, you're right.
What, Bruce?
Some people watch paint dry. We watch water turn to ice.
Karen,
for 2 days.
Karen is happy. I want to tell you, plenty of ice.
Yes,
love it. Karen is happy. So,
okay, So we're in Portland area.
So now we're in Portland, and okay, there is a lot more to choose from. So one of the reasons why I did all the modifications was to give us choices. We have a lot more choices on what we can pick up and what we can put in there. Believe it or not, we were passing up lots and lots of older fridges that I was. They would have absolutely worked. There was no doubt in my mind, but they're older, and I really didn't want. I don't want power consumption
Yeah,
to be a deciding factor on
right.
whether we want to keep going with this. If we get an older fridge and it uses more power, it may turn us off from doing the swap and and
Right.
I didn't want that. So I did want something that's newer, that it sips the power, and
For a good price.
for a good price. We ended up at Lowe's and got
Granted, we went through a lot. Now, back up a little
oh,
bit.
okay.
When that first fridge didn't work out, the guy was really apologetic that we drove all that way for a fridge that wasn't going to fit.
No.
So we're like, since we're in the Portland area, we've got to just keep looking. But it was already late since it took so long to get there, so we stayed overnight
Right.
without bags, without clothes, without toothbrush, without anything.
Right.
You know how us girls don't like doing that.
No.
The next day, we're looking at every store we can find in the Portland area.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And
we went through, I don't know, 6, 8 of them?
yeah, something like that.
Eesh.
Now the caveat is that we were supposed to check out of Thousand Trails
At
that
noon
that day
that
at
day.
noon, and we
And
kind of
we're
knew there was no way that was going to
4 hours
happen.
away.
Right? So
And the night that we drove up there, we had to miss our last happy hour with Barbara and Bob, and
and
we met
Mike
another
and
couple, Mike and Sue,
Joan.
Joan,
Yeah.
and we were scheduled to have another happy hour with them before we all left, or Mike and Joan were staying there, but
Yeah. Yeah.
we had to miss that.
We had to miss that. Yeah. So yeah, it was Mike and Joan, if you're out there, we are so sorry we missed you guys. Bob and Barbara. I saw Barbara is here, so I'm sure Bob is there. We're so sorry we missed you guys. And it did have a positive effect because we did come home with a fridge, and
After much searching.
yeah. And again, we passed up a few that would definitely work. So it was nice having choices,
Yeah.
but we happened upon Lowe's without, let's just go in and check Lowe's, see if they have any scratch and dents or anything like that. They absolutely did. And we got a smoking deal. We basically got a new fridge for a used price. And it's just a little bit more. We paid $650 for it.
Yeah.
So we didn't feel like we done it. It checked all the marks. We wanted ice in the door, uh, but I I kind of measured wrong. So, and I have to apologize to my son because
Who was his assistant?
my son was going to come and help us put it in, and I didn't measure wrong. I knew it was going to be longer, but I didn't know that we weren't going to be able to bring it through the entry door.
Quick
Now,
pause. Imagine Travels wants to know,
yeah,
did
yeah,
we register as Mr. and Mrs. Smith with no luggage?
yeah.
Nice.
Right. We do that everywhere we go. What are we talking about?
TMI.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay.
But anyway, so that was just
Squirrel
inside.
moment. Check out the geese coming up
Oh
here.
my gosh. Let's see
You
if we
got to
can
do
get you
it.
guys turned around a little bit. We have some goslings and some mamas coming up here. See if we can get you turned around so that you can see that. There's the little babies. Can we see them?
Come on up. Yeah, we
Oh,
can.
yeah,
They're
there they
there.
are.
Oh, they're coming right this
Come
way.
on, guys. Come on over here. You're fine.
Sweet.
Aw, there you go.
That's adorable.
There it is.
I don't care who you are. That's adorable.
Right, right. Oh my God. We'll make you YouTube famous. All right.
All right.
Nice. That is a regular sight here, so you just have to get used to it.
It's our wildlife moment.
That's uh, where was I at though? The
Oh,
fridge was too
the
too too
door.
depth, too much depth. It was 3/8 of an inch too wide to bring through the entry door. We had to pull a window, lift the refrigerator up about 6.5 feet in the air,
The driver's side main window over there.
and come through the driver's side,
Yeah.
not the windshield, but
No, no,
the side
the
window,
side window.
and it went smoothly.
It did. But there
But
were three of us.
I did
And
not tell my son.
he said, "Come on out
Come
and
on
help
out,
me,"
come on out and help me get this fridge into the coach.
with no details.
But so Chris, if you're out there, thank you so much. I couldn't have done it without him, but I was not going to tell him that we had to lift that fridge up and get it through. As it turned out, it it turned out great. It was fine. It went okay, but
Pretty smoothly, actually.
oh, but after the whole fiasco of getting the fridge in the first place,
Oh,
yeah.
well, by the time we wanted to be quick about finding a fridge, if we could find one over there, and at least attempt to get back in a reasonable amount of time to check out 1,000 Trails. Did we?
No, no.
It was 5 o'clock by the time we checked out 1,000 Trails.
And we have another viewer that came over and said hi just as we were
Just
leaving. And I'm so sorry we couldn't stop and talk to you more, but I'm looking at my watch. I'm thinking we're
gosh,
already 5+
hours
hours past
behind.
when we were supposed to check out. So sorry. And but he came over and he said, I thought I recognized you. And so he got a couple of stickers out of the deal. We were so sorry we didn't get more time to hang out with you and kind of visit a little bit. But
That was funny.
yeah, I
Yeah.
feel bad about that sometimes because I love talking. I love people. I love meeting people. I love talking to people. And I easily could have stopped there and we could have sat and talked for a couple hours.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that wasn't what we needed at that point. We really needed
We
to
were
get,
hustling. We packed up in record time.
and we were late for happy hour once
Yeah,
again.
5 o'clock. Here we are packing up.
Right.
Had to drive everything into town.
So Imagine Travels is time for lithium. Oh my gosh. You know, I am not sold on the whole lithium idea, and I missed. I got a notification that
Technomatia.
Technomatia was coming on, and they had lost their batteries, and I was
They
curious.
killed them, apparently.
Yeah,
Of course,
apparently they killed some
that
batteries.
maybe just be a clickbait tagline kind of thing. So
I don't know.
we'll watch and see what they have to
Yeah,
say.
yeah, we'll have to go back because it was a live, so we didn't get to watch them. And if you're over here, we appreciate you being over here because I imagine they're still live.
There they are.
Yeah, probably. I don't
As far as
know.
I know.
Yeah, but yeah, we're not sold on the lithium. So honestly, it's I can replace all of. I have 6 golf cart batteries. I can replace all of them for less than $600, and I don't think I can buy one lithium for $600. So I just don't know that I'm that sold on it. But it may be time for a couple hundred watts of solar. We will see.
Yeah, that's going to come first. And
Yeah.
then if we decide to go lithium, that's later down the road.
Yeah, but we have turned off the power and just let the inverter run everything. It runs it beautifully, no problem. Sat there. Oh,
Dang. Geese.
yeah, geese. Oh,
They don't attack, do they?
no, they don't. I don't think so. Not unless
Okay.
you get too close to their babies. So yeah, they'll
Woo.
be fine. But uh, what is happening with you guys out there? Hopefully, you guys are all doing well. Everybody is getting back to whatever the new normal is.
Sort of normal. Yeah.
Yeah,
I hear a lot of things are opening up, so that's good.
yeah.
We're moving in the right direction.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, let's see here. I have stopped scrolling, so I don't know if we've got.
All's well that ends well? Yes.
Yes, yes.
Wayne and Carrie want to know if we ride the horses at the ranch. They do have horseback riding.
They do have horsemen, and good for you. You knew that they had the horses out here. There, last I checked, they had this whole coronavirus thing has kind of thrown a wrench into everything. But the last that I heard here at the ranch, there they they don't have a wrangler,
Right.
and that is the wrangler is somebody who it takes care of the horses, saddling, brushing, things like that, and takes people out. And they do have free horseback riding, um, but I don't think we have
Wrangler
a
yet?
wrangler yet.
Yeah.
So the ranch is privately owned, and you're not a member here when you come here. You're an owner. So there's it operates on its own set of rules, basically set by a board
Right.
um,
Yeah.
of other owners that kind of help regulate how the ranch runs. It is a 900-acre working ranch, and we have been owners here since 2015. It is not very expensive, and it really is kind of a neat place. I really love it here, and this is kind of our home away from home, home at home.
Home at home.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
next exit is asking, does the ranch offer RV sites to the public?
Uh, Coast to coast members,
That's right. I forgot about
it
that.
does, yeah, but it's not open to the general public. You do have to be an owner here, um, but the
Or a guest of an owner.
or guests of the owner, yeah,
Yeah.
and you can do that. So we are still trying to ascertain if we can have guests here. We've only been here for 2 days, and I was busy with the fridge yesterday. We have one employee that works in the office, and so this place kind of operates like your uncle's place. Um, Imagine your uncle owns a 900-acre ranch with about 60 RV spaces on it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, if you need something, you're in charge of getting it
Because you're an owner.
because you're an owner. If you need the grass mowed around your site, they have plenty of lawnmowers around. You grab a lawnmower and you mow your site. Uh, they they have individual sprinklers for the lawns all around the sites, and they ask you to water about once a day for about an hour. And really, it is like owning along with everybody else, and it's not a corporation. It's not. It's it's not a it's a self-serve type deal, you know, but really neat. You know, they do have a bunkhouse and a lodge, and they have rooms in the lodge. You can reserve rooms, so if you have family that's coming over, they can stay in the rooms.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no housekeeping. There's no you need to provide your own blankets, sheets, pillows, towels for the showers, and you clean up after yourself. So how you get that room, you clean it up so the next guest that comes along has, gets the same thing. So
Hmm.
yeah, it's kind of interesting. There are a couple of workers that run the ranch and run the day-to-day operations of the cattle and the horses and things like that. And a lot of the rest of it is all volunteer work.
Yeah, a lot of it.
Yeah. So it's really an interesting place. It's been a lot of fun being an owner here, um, and upgrades and improvements. Those are usually owners that get together and say, "Okay, I got a tractor, and I've got
Yeah, if something is needed, everybody kind of pitches in to figure out how to make it work.
right, and how to if something needs to be fixed, they may call me because they know that I've been a contractor for the last 30 years. They call me up on the phone and say, "Can you go over and check the power in room such and such?" And yeah, I'll go over there and take a look at it and see if it's something that I can fix. If there's major repairs, those that comes out of the repair budget of the ranch. Um, so it's kind of an interesting deal, but you are a deeded owner. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
actually a deed in your name, and you are part owner of this place. So
that's cool.
yeah,
So Little Ray's here, and I
little
assume
Ray,
Emma's here because Little Ray's here.
yes, little
Hi
Emma's here. Hi
guys,
guys, how you
glad to
doing?
have ya.
Yeah. Oh,
All right, so Marcy Webb said we finally got to go camping last weekend at a state park here in Maryland, and have another state park scheduled next week.
oh my gosh, good for
Woohoo!
you. That is
Enjoy,
outstanding.
enjoy. We're getting back to normal.
Oh,
Oh my God, I'm so looking forward to that.
yeah,
Ah.
absolutely. Oh,
Jim Bertrand says you need more solar. Yeah.
yeah, we're at 380 watts. I'd
He
say
says
we
wet
need.
batteries only discharge 50% and then take longer to
Yeah, I
recharge.
understand that. Yep, I totally get it. I totally get it. Yep.
That's their world. They
Is that guy stuff?
that's guy stuff.
That's guy talk?
We talked about guy stores and girl
You
stores.
just want to know that you can plug your hair dryer in and run
That's right.
it, and your curling
I like
iron.
curling iron.
Right.
We were
That's it.
laughing about Tom and Lori were talking about the blue store versus the orange store, and I says they're both guy stores. I don't want to go there, thanks, but no thanks.
But we got the fridge at the blue store, if that makes any sense. So there you go. Okay, and Miss Karen, you have to see this. Miss Karen has one of the hazards of a new fridge. If you can see that, there is right there. There is a piece of foam.
I
Foam.
found styrofoam in the ice
There's
bin.
there's styrofoam in the ice bin. All right,
Yeah, you can see it.
and I think that may be my fault, but I've got it out. There you go.
That's how well they cleaned it before we started it.
You're gonna blame me?
Yep.
Okay.
Is styrofoam
Hey, we
poisonous?
got it. We lifted the thing up 6.5 feet in the air. We took the doors off, but a whole refrigerator. Got it through the window,
And
got it
who was
inside.
holding it while you guys ran around to the door?
So I missed a little foam in the ice maker.
There's 3 people working that fridge through that window.
There was. You were on. Miss Karen was on the inside, so we got it. We got it. Oh.
Uh-huh.
Mhm. Oh my God. There we go. I can't read, so you'll have to tell me what you read on there.
Oh, Jim Bertrand said it only makes sense if you're going to boondock a lot. Otherwise, the payback is years.
Yeah, it would be.
Lithium,
Yeah. I can't help but believe that the price on those lithium batteries will come down, and that may change things a little bit. That may change.
Tom and Lori said not only ice, but now the hair dryer and ice.
Hair dryer, ice, yeah. You know, it's the little things.
It's all in fun because I think I've used a hair dryer twice in 3 years. Now the ice is real.
The ice is real. Oh my gosh.
All right.
No.
Little Ray says they aren't watching tonight. Everyone is home in bed. He's at work tonight,
Oh,
but he'll be sure to tell them all we said hi. Thank
oh
you.
my gosh.
Give him big
Just so
hugs
you know,
too. Big
Ray
hugs.
A on the chat room there. He is a first responder. He is a what would you title yourself as? You're a firefighter, EMT. What is?
What
But
do you
he
call
is
him
one
now?
of the first responders, and he is on duty tonight, watching from I assume the firehouse. And thank you. You know what? It's no little thing that you do, and
Exactly.
so glad that you're there, Ray.
And there's a wind, and it's getting chilly, so I'm
It
gonna
is.
warm up here,
Yeah, yeah.
you like it or not.
Oh.
So Jim Bertrand says, and I warned you about having to remove a window for the new fridge.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
uh,
You know, I have removed the windows before, not on this coach, but I have removed windows before on RVs. Don't be afraid of that.
it
It,
was simple. I was surprised how simple it was.
yeah, it's really not that bad. And I do need to pull it back out and reseal around that.
Yeah.
We were a little unprepared for bringing it through the window, but so I didn't have all the stuff to properly seal that back up. But that'll be this one of this week's projects. So
Next text it said, putting the fridge through the window would have been a great painting for Karen to have done. Yep. About halfway
absolutely,
through, everybody pushing. Yeah.
yes, yes. So we talked about a meetup about 3 4 weeks ago, I think, or 3 weeks ago, and we were going to try to come up with a date. So here's the deal. Um,
Real quick before you get into that,
yeah,
Susie Q says, I wish you would have taken a video of you putting the fridge through the window.
we did. We did. It is a time lapse, so it only took us 6 seconds to bring,
Woo!
yeah, to bring the refrigerator through the window. But we did get it on video. We will be putting that out. So, uh,
Exactly.
but
So Little Ray says he's a firefighter and a 911 operator.
okay. Well, thank you. You know what? Like I said, it's no little thing that you
Oh
do
yeah,
out there, and
definitely.
uh, proud of you, kid.
You
You
like
know.
that, Lori?
Oh yes.
Thank you, by the way.
This. So now tell people where you got your hat at.
This is a birthday gift from Tom and Lori.
Yes. Yes.
Yay!
She
It's
loves her
another
little hat.
sparkly. It's got sparklies on it.
Yep. Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
back to what you were talking about.
All right. No, no, we finished that up, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on to I don't know what else we
We have
got.
what have we got for
That
comments
was
there?
that was pretty much all we had on the list.
Do we've got our list of things to talk about here. Let's see.
Pretty much everything we talked about.
Yeah, we have gone from we were still cleaning up from the sandstorm in Moon Rocks, Nevada,
Oh my gosh, that's gonna take a while.
and now we have pollen to clean up.
My little car that we leave here and we went and got, it's black. Well, there's so much pollen flying around that it's not black anymore, it's yellow.
Yeah.
And Dave, while we were out there at Sun River, washed the coach and he sprayed off my car, all that pollen. He sprayed it all off, and within an hour, both of them were covered again.
They were yellow again. Yeah.
So it gets in all the cracks and crevices, and it's joined it in with the sand that we got from the sandstorm.
Yeah.
So there is so much cleaning to do. It's going to take me a lifetime.
Oh, that's what we were talking about. So we were talking about having a meetup,
Yes,
and
the
with
meetup.
with the coronavirus thing going on, I don't know how we can do a meetup. because everybody has restrictions on how many people are supposed to gather and be together, and that is still ongoing. But I know next exit, Bob and Pearl, you guys are coming up here. Would definitely, if you're going to be in this area or if you want to come by this area, definitely hit us up. Bob and Pearl, we need to give you guys a call and see if we can kind of finalize and get you guys in here. We'll get you into the ranch. To stay at the ranch is $15 a night. It is full hookups if they have space, but I need to make those reservations for you. But we would love to have you guys. I don't know that we can set on a specific date for everybody to get together, just because.
We'd have to find an outside place
Yeah,
that, which we may, we'll look into it, see where we can maybe just set it up for everybody to come from different locations to meet. But
yeah,
yeah, there's so many restrictions. Like you say, here you can't have more than 2 people together at like the lodge or anything like that. So
right.
yeah,
But there's no police running around. They're just asking everybody to do that on their own. So, but if we had 3 or 4 people that wanted to come here to the ranch and they're all here at the same time, I think we would be okay. I think if it was any more than that, we might have some problems. So I say if you're going to be up here, definitely get a hold of us, and we would be happy to figure out how to
put something
get
together.
everybody
Yeah.
together. So, but we may have to wait until this whole coronavirus thing is over before we can schedule a real meetup where a bunch of people can get together. So I think that's just responsible, and well, hopefully.
Now Chris is in the room.
Oh, I see Chris. Chris, we were
Hey,
just
Chris.
talking about you, and just tell you thank you. Couldn't have put the refrigerator in without your help. So, and you'll have to go back and watch the video and see. But
Ah,
uh,
oh.
but
No, we're nothing bad. We were
no,
being
nothing bad.
nice.
I was just telling everybody that I did not tell you before you got here that we were going to have to put that refrigerator through the window. So, and thank goodness he was here because he kind of knew how to lift this thing up and get it through that
Oh yeah,
window.
yeah.
And
All the
but he would not have shown up if I told him we had to put it through the window. I don't.
I'm busy. Tom and
Uh,
Laura said since there are limits on the meetups, you can just have a protest. Then it doesn't matter.
you know, we we are protesting. We don't know what we're protesting yet, but we are protesting. Uh,
Yeah, exactly.
oh, what have we got? What else have we got there? You can see better than I can.
Talking about the weather.
No,
Jim
yeah,
Bertrand said it's 75 in Winnipeg.
75. It's
We
warmer
are
there.
chilly. We are chilly. I don't
Yeah,
know what it is here, but it's the wind is cold.
yeah, it is chilly here. So, yeah, how's everybody? Where is everybody and what are your temperatures out there? We're here in Central Oregon. If you threw a dart right in the middle of Oregon, you'd hit Bend, Oregon. And I'd have to say it's about 60 degrees here,
Yeah,
somewhere in
roughly
that
with the
neighborhood.
chilly wind.
Yeah.
Imagine Travels probably get arrested with all of us holding up our Endeavor picket signs.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a group effort. We'll all go to jail together.
Right.
Woo-hoo!
I don't know how much of a riot will be, but maybe laugh. We'll just laugh riot. Oh
Oh, Chris said it is not the first time he had to put a fridge through the window.
no,
At
no.
least this time it wasn't 800 pounds worth of fridge.
Yeah,
It was pretty light,
it was.
actually.
It actually turned out to be okay.
He
So
said either way he would have showed up.
he would have showed up just to be
He's a
safe.
good
I
kid.
wasn't telling you though. uh,
Imagine Travel says it's 72 in Maryland.
oh my
Oh,
gosh, everybody is
nice.
warmer than us. What's up
But
with that?
it's snowing in Reno.
It's snowing in Reno?
Tom and Lori said it's snowing down there.
No
You
way.
guys get some sucky weather.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that is awful. Yeah,
Uh,
78 in Ohio, Susie Q says. Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
Jim Bertrand says he should have sent his Chris to assist you guys with the fridge. He's 6'6" and 240 pounds. Used to move furniture for a living.
Oh, he could have
He
just
would have
lifted
been
in.
good
Yeah, he would have
all by
worked
himself.
it. No, the
Ah,
nice thing here at the ranch is if we needed more help, we could have gotten it. We actually had people come over. They saw that we had a refrigerator sitting outside of the coach for one day, one night while
yeah,
before it came inside. They
they
said
offered.
they offered if you need any help getting that in, just let us know. We'll get it done. So
Next exit says it's under 100 today in Yuma.
oh my gosh, under 100
Today, finally, I
today.
guess.
Wow.
They'll be headed to Oregon and some of that 67 degrees jackets in a couple weeks.
Nice.
And he's going to work on the protest signs to bring if needed.
Okay, that works. I don't know what they're going to say, but that's awesome.
They'll be like, "What are you protesting for? Our endeavor?
Yeah, right. Our endeavor lives
Is
matter.
that something?" Oh,
No,
too
can't wait to see
funny.
you. Yep, definitely can't wait to see you. So it is going to be cooler up here. I just have a feeling. But the weather in Central Oregon is kind of wait 15 minutes, it'll change.
Yeah.
So,
Little Rice says it's 70 to 90, depending on the day, and summer humidity is creeping in. We don't like that
ooh, yeah.
humidity stuff.
Wow. You guys have some, you all are warmer than we are. We're wearing jackets. It's chilly.
MTY Travel says it's 102 in Texas.
Oh,
Yikes.
yeah,
And
not good.
Karen, and we're in Dillon Mountain. It's 52
52.
now and snowed and hailed here today.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
that's worse than here.
Dillon, Montana.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow,
I'm like
52.
trying to read what the sun is like. I'm blocking the sun trying to read comments.
And Barbara Walker and Bob, who we spent the week with last week, having great happy hours together. It's 57 in Florence. They're in Florence, Oregon, right on the coast. And
Yeah, it's
that's
about,
about what
yeah,
we're doing
yeah,
here.
it's
So
about
you
that.
probably got sweatshirts and jackets on.
Jim Bertrand wants to know how bad it was to remove the old fridge.
Hey, you know, the old fridge was heavier than the new fridge, so it was kind of a pain. We did take off the doors because they did have the wood panels on them, which probably lessened it by about 50 pounds to get it out the
Yeah.
door. But we were able to take that one out the entry door. There was no sense in going out the window with it, and
Chris
that went
says
okay.
yes, it was heavy.
Yeah, yeah. I'd have to say it was about 50,
Oh,
50 pounds heavier than the new fridge that we've got
yeah.
in. So, yeah. And so far, monitoring the power for just a little bit of time. Now, we're going to be doing a boondocking, um, our first boondocking trip here in a couple weeks with
Yeah.
your family.
Hmm.
And we'll see how that does boondocking. But just turning off the power and just seeing how the refrigerator does. When it was on, it was only drawing 9 amps, and then it shut off for like a half hour, 45 minutes until I finally turned the power back on again. So I think when the pump is running or when the compressor is running, it's drawing a little bit more. But otherwise, I really don't think we're going to have too much trouble running this fridge. So I'm really, really, really happy uh, with the fridge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So far, so good.
yeah, yeah.
Imagine Travels. They said they've had some 90-degree days in the last couple of weeks.
Oh my gosh.
And Tom and Lori said it was 90 plus last Wednesday, and now it's snow.
Snow.
That's like here. The
Yeah.
high desert, you cannot predict what it's going to do.
Yeah. Reno is higher elevation like us, surrounded by mountains like us, and they get some unusual weather like us. And yeah, it doesn't. Really, if the saying is true. If you don't like the weather, wait 15 minutes, it'll change. And
It does.
yeah, it does. It does. So
MTY Travel says, I was in Seattle Friday and I tried to bring that cooler weather with me, but it didn't make it. It's still hot down there.
uh, so if you have a residential fridge out there, be sure to comment and let us know what you think of yours. And like I said, we are not 100%. I know I went through a lot of work changing the cabinetry over. We can fit up to a 36-inch fridge in the space now that the old fridge came out of. Right now, the new fridge that we've got in there is 33 inches wide, and so there is a gap on one side that Miss Karen gets to use as a broom closet for right now. So it is all secured down thanks to my son and a little bit of trickery in trying to get that thing screwed down and secured. And he's got some really cool tools. He's
He's got it all.
he's in the business. So but we did get that secured, so we are looking forward to seeing how that does boondocking. If you have a residential fridge, be sure to comment and let us know how you guys do it. How much boondocking do you do? We did over 200 days last year, and I think we'll probably
Yeah.
be 200 days this year boondocking.
With all the isolating, yeah, I'm sure we will.
Yeah, yeah. And our longest run was about 90 some days with the whole coronavirus thing going on. And we did just fine uh, with without a residential fridge. Now we'll see how we do with a residential fridge. So, but yeah, this is all an experiment to see
How
if
it's going to
we
work for
how
us.
it's going to work for us, because I'm not 100% sold. I see the people online, the IRV forums, and they say they love theirs. Everybody says they love it. Nobody really says, "Yeah, I'm a boondocker. I boondock a lot, and this is
And it's perfect.
yeah." So that makes us a little nervous because we only have 380 watts on the roof, and we'll see how that plays out. We'll definitely be sharing it with you.
So Jim Bertrand says you can put a separate inverter just for the fridge and turn the other inverter off at night.
Yeah, yeah.
Next exit says, I think residential fridges are for sissies. Kind of like how it's moving. Tent campers think of RVs, but I don't have any solar, so I'm prejudiced.
I like it. We're, the solar is that video is coming up for you guys. I know you're getting close to pulling the trigger on putting some solar on the roof there. You got a lot of real estate up on top of that, coach, to get yourself set up. So uh,
Soon.
yeah, yeah.
Ah.
But
Empty wife travels. I have a residential fridge. Only problem I had is the brackets that hold it in place keep breaking.
oh,
We haven't moved yet,
we haven't
so
moved yet. Yeah,
we'll keep an eye on those.
we have
Yeah.
secured it down. We have other ways of securing it down. We do have two brackets, front and rear, that are holding that down. And if we have a problem with that, then we'll have to look at other options for making sure that gets secured down. That's one of the things I worry about. It is a residential fridge, so it's not made for the kind of abuse that it's going.
Earthquake.
Yeah, it's a 6-point earthquake
every time we move.
every time you travel. And how's that going to affect it? Now, the coach does drive and rolls down the road pretty smooth, but some of the places that we go through, it gets rocking pretty good.
Yeah.
So you may have to go back there and hold the refrigerator. And if you get smushed by it,
I
don't
would.
worry.
I'd hold it for the ice. I'd hold on to that
You would
fridge
hold
with
it.
my dear life.
You would hold on to it for the ice.
As long as I have ice.
I like it. Oh my gosh.
Jim Bertrand says Dave has a welder.
I have a welder. I
That
can.
fixes almost anything.
That does fix everything. You know, that's better than duct tape and baling wire any day of the week. Uh,
Chris says I have worries about it as well, so let me know. He wants to
yeah,
know how it works out.
yeah. This is all new to us, so we'll definitely share with you
Yeah.
where we have that secured in with doesn't work. We'll figure something out.
Yeah. He says we can add brackets to keep it closed.
Yes, yes. So one of the things we did take the handles off the front of the door and
Bungee cord. Keep the door.
bungee cords. No, we're not
Thanks,
doing
Jim Bertrand.
we're not doing
Bungee
bungee cords.
cords.
No.
I don't know. He's willing to put me up there holding it
They
closed. What
they
more do
do
you
have
need?
child twist locks that will keep the refrigerators closed, and we can definitely do that. We did pull the handles off because with the handles it does extend into the walkway, and I didn't want that in our hallway, and so the handles did come off, and we will be putting finger pulls
No,
on the door.
no.
No.
Tom and Laura says no handles. Great idea for a diet.
Then for who? Are you saying I'm fat? Are you saying I'm fat? Wait a minute.
I'm just pointing a finger.
What?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What? No, it actually you can open the fridge just fine. It does have some hand pulls up at the top of it, but we will be putting some finger pulls down
Yeah.
at a normal level. The finger pulls only extend out about half an inch.
Instead of these great big handles,
Yeah.
we just have a little pull.
Yeah, and they will be stainless steel. They'll look normal. They'll look like that's what the fridge came with. But yeah, that's the handles were because the fridge did stick out about an inch further than I was planning on. So it's not bad at all. But I'd have to say that fridge actually would work just fine for most people. It just happens to be that our fridge is right in our hallway going to the back. And I like that to, for walking around at night when it's dark, I don't want to be running into handles on the refrigerator.
Yeah, take out your shoulder as if you didn't have enough problems shoulder-wise.
Right.
Deborah Anderson is in the house. Good evening.
Deborah, how you doing? You were with us last week. I was thinking, are we related? I don't think we are though.
No.
My last name is
no.
Anderson, but
she said no.
We'll have to check the family tree. You might be, so we'll see.
So Tom and Lori said they thought Next Exit had solar, but they answered back and said, Tom, I wanted a lot, but I got nothing.
Oh,
dang it. That happens a lot in life.
It does. Guys are kind of
all you want.
Guys are kind of used to that. We want, they say no. So, we got 1 minute left, you guys. Oh my gosh, does an hour go fast or what? We're gonna just maybe one more or two more. What do you
Tom
got?
And Lori. No. Tom could use a fridge with no handles.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah.
Oh.
Too funny.
You girls are rough on us guys. What is up with you guys? What?
We have to keep you under control, man.
Oh
You can be all
man.
over the place spending all kinds of money.
But solar is important. Tell Pearl that Bob needs solar.
Pearl, solar is important. I'll tell you what, it really makes the boondocking side of things so easy.
There you go. So Bob, we're gonna get you over here. We're gonna get a plan and get you set up. So how's that?
Fork up the money, we'll take care of the rest.
Right.
So many
Uh,
salespeople say that, don't they?
right. That's what they were saying all day Friday as we're going from store to store to store.
Fork up the money, we'll take care of the rest.
Right.
I know,
Exactly.
right? No, no, sorry, gotta go. No.
Oh my gosh, we are going to have to wrap this up, guys. We are already in an hour. It goes by so fast. We enjoy meeting with you guys. I think somebody said earlier that they can't wait. I always look forward to Sundays. We do too. And we really love being here with you guys. So glad that you guys are all warmer than we are.
Sounds like.
But
Now, Imagine Travel says solar is equal to more ice.
right? I would
I'd buy
agree.
into that.
To see Pearl, you'll have more ice. That's all you need is solar. All right, we're
Oh,
going to get out of here, but we are so glad that we got to spend this time with you. Always look forward to Sundays. We will be here next Sunday. Maybe we'll see if we can find you a different backdrop.
yeah.
And
Yeah, we got all kinds of backdrops here.
yes, and hopefully Karen can get started on videos again here real soon. And because I've been busy with the fridge.
He
That's
has all the footage, and he's so busy he
oh
can't
yeah,
keep
put it
up
on
with
me.
that. Uh-huh. Well, hand it over and I'll start kicking him out.
Good, goodbye, everybody. You guys take care. So glad that you guys could make it with us, and we'll see you next week. Take care, guys. Bye bye.
Okay.
Look, ice, ice. There's ice,
Nice.
ice.
Woo! Mine's empty though. I gotta fix that.